get that. Wow. I've been practicing this since yesterday and I still can't do it. Okay, it's getting there. I'm going to make this short because I got to get back to working on that tune. It is, oh, I'll come back to that. Let me give you a rundown of what's going on here. It is May, I've got May on the brain because I'm trying to make plans for my daughter's graduation. It is November 1st. And another beautiful day here in Northern California. Boy, it was a little chilly last night. It was Halloween, of course, here in the States. Maybe in other places too. Just like 4th of July. They have 4th of July in England. It happens every July. Anyway, hope everybody has a safe evening with gremlins and goblins and ghosts and ghouls hanging out. We saw plenty of them at our front door last night. And just want to give you a rundown of what went on this week, and then I got to get back to practicing. Maybe I'll try that at the end and see if I can get through the whole thing. It's in butchered shape right now. Maybe I should go back to the easy stuff. Okay, that's it. I'll save that one for another day too. That was something I played last week, I think. What went on? Vanessa, thanks for another great tune that included very fast finger picking, Runaway by Sarah Jarosz. I had a student, you know, I'm still trying to get to, I can't tell you that, but Dust in the Wind is a great example of something that is very easy on one hand, but playing it up to speed is really hard. It's a good finger picking thing to work on for just the fast twitch muscles to get that happening, and that's, I think we have that in Just Breathe as well, and in Runaway. Very rapid picking and some nice stuff in there. Unusual tuning. I hope everybody enjoyed a lesson from new, young, up-and-coming songwriter, Sarah. And then we brought Doug Young in. I guess I'm going to talk about Doug too. Nah, let me go through the rest of the stuff first. Hope everybody's had a chance to check out Crucify Your Mind, a relatively simple song, but it's got some nice little picking melody notes that you have to bring out. That was another tune by Rodriguez from his first album, Cold Fact, and which again came to my attention because of my friend Steve Rose, whose listening post brought that and the whole movie Searching for Sugar Man to my attention. We had another contribution from Steve this week. It was the Jive Turkeys, a fascinating band. I don't think we're going to be doing any of their songs. Sometimes I like to tie songs in with can't give away too much. We'll see what's coming up next week from Steve. Anyhow, being the funk kind of sound that these guys have, it's probably not in our cards to have a lesson on one of their tunes. So, but hope everybody's had a chance to check out Steve's review, an infomercial about the Jive Turkeys. Had another couple of songs. Oh my gosh, we finished this! I can finally put away my Best of John Fahey book that is just so mangled. I had a few books many years ago that, first of all, this was falling apart. The binding, this was put out by Guitar Player Publications back in the late 70s, I think, 76, 77, maybe something like that. Published right here in Saratoga, right around the corner from me. Wait, why can't I find a date? Because, 78, okay. But we had an accident we had a small flood many years ago at my store, and many of my books, including this one, got just water damage. Now, luckily, the songs are still okay, but the cover. Why am I sharing my dirty laundry here with you? My mangled books, stuff I'm working on. Anyway, so we finished up. Christ says no east, there is no east or west. Can't get through that fast. Anyway, I hope people are enjoying taking a look at that. And finally, what I did, the last parts that went up today were the way John's official version, the way it appeared on The Legend of Blind Joe Death, which I don't have handy here. Oh, yes, I do. Well, it's over there. It's in the LP pile right behind my chair. And then, which really just included the double time version, and then a version of me just kind of playing it for fun. So hope you guys enjoyed that. What else did we have? I can't remember. Wait. Oh, I got to talk about Doug. So we welcomed Doug Young into the ranks of our teaching staff now, and of course everybody that came to camp saw what he did with Dadgad, and I figured let's start off with his Dadgad thing. Now I really hate to pigeonhole him into this because he's made some great albums that have with songs in a lot of different tunings. But he also has some books available and some CDs. I happen to have 2 of them here. Well, there are only 2 so far, and really encourage you to check them out. You can pick these up at his site, DougYoungGuitar.com. And this was his first one, Laurel Mill. This is when I got to know him. He was working on composition with those songs, and that's when we started hanging out. And then a more recent one called Closing Time, and there's a tune on this, Gretchen, I believe, is from this. Let me check, that we just put out. Oh, the Seagull, that's the one we know from this, because we heard him play that while he was here. But anyway, maybe Gretchen's on this one, huh? There it is. Gretchen, if you like Gretchen, it's on Laurel Mill. Laurel Mill is a really neat place, kind of a retreat, very rustic retreat. People that came to to the Quaker Center probably thought that was pretty remote in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Nothing compared to Laurel Mill. It's Alex DeGrassi used to have his camp there, so we definitely looked at it. But cool place, but didn't quite have the amenities that the Quaker Center did. So. Anyway, so we put up a lesson of Doug's on Dadgad, and I've got a few more kind of in the pipeline of him working on different things, tone and how to understand the guitar and the geometry on the guitar, or geography, sailing the 7 seas of the 12 frets. And so we're going to be seeing a little bit more stuff from Doug as time goes on, and he has a book too that he talks about in there that we may get him to do some lessons on Christmas tunes in Dadgad. So really encourage you to follow Doug. The Woodshed concert. So once a month he does a show. He's been doing this for like 8 years, I think. He does a show here at Keith Holland's shop, the Woodshed, little venue now that is really nice. Holds about 50 people, and has this rotational thing of different guitar players. I've done it a couple times with him over the years, and Larry came out and shot some of that stuff a while ago, and we'll be hearing stuff from Victor Sarin and Dave Siegler. This week we had Dave's first song, or the way the concerts work is each person, it just kind of rotates. There's 3 of them up on the stage. One plays one, then the next plays. Pass the hat, kind of pass the buck, pass the ball. Anyway, and so Dave is another local musician, lives up in Mill Valley, which is about an hour and a half from here, just north of San Francisco. And his tune Wintergreen. So that was so we're going to be pumping out some other acoustic snapshots over the next few days and weeks. Let's see. Anything else I got to tell you? Oh, I want to thank Dermot for putting up an easy link to the stuff in the Guide to Reading Music. As that evolves more, I'll have that better laid out. It's kind of always a work in progress because I keep trying to get to more sections of it and more pieces. Hopefully next week there'll be another instrumental piece like the Spagnoletta and the Tons and things like that. Maybe even a lesson on this. I guess I'm going to go really out on a limb and show you what kind of shape this is in, against my better judgment, because I don't really have it all clear in my head yet, but I know people have asked about a lesson on this tune, and I may get to it someday, but I'm just kind of having a good time resurrecting it. So I think that's it. I'm gonna play this tune and get out of here, and we'll see how it goes. song, a little more work, and I might be ready to put a lesson together on it. That is, of course, James by Pat Metheny. Some people have asked about that many years ago, and I've sort of ditched it for a couple of years. Anyway, that's it. Out of here. See you next week.